Hello students, how are you all? I hope you are doing well. Now, in this video, we discuss how to solve problem on debtors method when goods are sent at cost price. Already, we have discussed in the previous video the accounting transactions and their entries, how to record in the books of head office. So in this method, our assumption is the branch will not maintain full accounting records. So all the entries are passed in the books of head office. Okay, now look at it. So the first step after reading or during reading the problem, you have to identify these steps quickly. First one, who is head office and branch, that we can identify easily. Next one, identify the price at which goods are sent to the branch. So that means what? The goods may be sent to the branch either at cost or selling price, that means invoice price or wholesale price. So we should identify at what price the goods are sent. Next one, because based on the goods sent, we identify the method. Next one, identify whether the branch has authority to purchase goods directly. Goods directly. Generally, goods are sent by the head office to branch. In some cases, branch has given some authority to purchase the goods directly. Check it once. Next up, identify the opening balances. Immediately, if there are any opening balances of assets and liabilities. If you have opening balances of assets and liabilities, first present them in the branch account. Next, identify the goods sent to branch. What is the next step? Goods sent to branch. After that, identify the amount sent by head office to branch for any expenses. That means any amount is sent by head office to the branch for expenses or for any petty expenses. After that, identify any goods returned by the branch. These are the sequential steps. Next one, identify the amount remitted by the branch. Next one, identify the closing balances of branch assets and liabilities. After that, if you balance the branch account, then you will get net profit or net loss for each branch. Okay, I hope you understood these points. So these are the sequential steps that we follow to solve the problems. Okay, we try to understand this concept by solving some problems. To understand this concept, in our ICAI material, we have some illustrations. First, we see the example problem. Look at example. XP Limited opened a branch at Delhi. So XP Limited is what? Head office now. XP Limited is head office. XP Limited is head office and Delhi is what? Branch. And send goods costing 50,000 to Delhi branch. Now Delhi branch sold entire goods on credit. See, the branch may sell goods either for cash. Generally, all branches sells goods for cash. But if head office gives powers to the branch to sell the goods on credit, then the branch may sell goods on credit at 62,000. So we sent goods costing 50,000. Entire goods sold by branch at 62,000. Okay, fine. No other transaction occurred at the branch. Prepare branch account in head office books and find out profit. See here, without preparing branch account, we can say the net profit. How? So net profit is equal to what is the amount total goods sold for 62,000 and what is the cost of goods sent 50,000. So what is the profit for us? 12,000 rupees. That's it, simple. The same thing now we prepare in an account, we calculate in an account format. Look at how do we prepare account? Delhi branch account. Okay, Delhi branch account. Fine. Now look at it. Yeah, this is the account. But in this example, we have only two transactions. One is what? Goods sent by head office to branch. Next one is what? Goods sold by branch. Only two transactions, so we record them. We record them. Look at how do we record? How do we record? Look at first. Do you have opening balances of assets? No. To opening branch assets. Do you have? No, nil. We don't have. Next, opening liabilities. We don't have. Now, next one, what? Goods sent by the head office. So, what is the entry? Branch account debit to goods sent to branch. How much worth of goods we sent? 50,000. How much worth of goods we sent? 50,000. Next transaction is what? Have you sent any amount? No. Next. Did you receive any amount sent by branch? No. So no transactions, no further transactions. Okay. Now directly we take closing branch assets. Closing branch assets. Now you people tell me, do you have any stock? No. Do you have any cash? No. Why? Because the whole goods are sent on credit, so that debtors. How much? 62,000. How much? 62,000. Now tell me profit or loss. Profit or loss. Look at it. 62,000. 62,000. See, credit side 62,000. Credit is more than debit, so we call it as profit. Transfer to profit and loss account. How much? 12,000. Understood this? Simple. 50,000 worth of goods sent. All goods are sold for 62,000. Over. I hope you understood this. Right. So now we go to the next example. Next example. Look at. XP Limited opened a new branch at Delhi. Tell me, XP Limited is what? Head office. Identify head office. Delhi is what? Branch. Right. Goods sent costing 50,000 to Delhi branch. Delhi branch sold entire goods. Entire goods for how much? 70,000. In the previous problem, 62,000. Now 70,000. Very good. Branch paid. Who paid expenses? Branch paid expenses of 8,000. Branch paid 8,000 expenses. No other transaction occurred at the branch. Prepare branch account in head office books. Whose books? Head office books, and find out the profit. Here, without preparing account, is it possible to calculate profit? Yes. Why not? Look at it. Net profit is equal to total goods sold for 70,000. Profit is equal to 70,000 minus. So what is the cost of goods sent? 50,000 minus how much expenses incurred by branch? 8,000. So what is your profit? 20,000. simply 12,000 is your profit. So the same, how do we calculate? By preparing branch account. That is the question comes. Yes. So prepare Delhi branch account. Prepare Delhi branch account. Okay. Now okay. Now tell me. First, to opening balances of branches to opening balances of branch assets. Do you have any opening balances of assets? No, nil. Next up, what is the amount of goods that we sent to goods sent to branch? How much? 50,000. 50,000. Next. Do you send any amount to the branch for meeting expenses? No. Here the expenses paid by whom? Branch. When expenses paid by branch will not make any record in our books. Right. Now, any amount received from branch? No. Any goods returned by branch? No. Okay. Now, write down closing balances of assets. Closing balances of assets. Do you have any stock? No, because all stock sold. Okay. Now, do you have debtors? No, because the goods are sold for cash, not for credit. That means we should receive, the branch is having cash. How much? 70,000 sold minus 8,000 paid expenses. So what is the remaining amount having by the branch? 62,000. 62,000. Now you people tell me, is profit or loss? Look at credit side total 62,000, debit side total 50,000. That means we have a profit, and that profit transfer to profit and loss account. That's it. Observe. See, if it is a small one, that's why we can calculate without preparing any branch account. But if it is a if we have so many transactions, then compulsorily we have to prepare branch account separately. These are small examples. Don't expect these problems you will get in the examination. Now look at, we discuss illustration problem. The above problems are just for examples to understand the concept. Now this is a problem. Look at illustration 1. Listen carefully. Buckingham Brothers, Bombay, have a branch at Nagpur. So this Buckingham Brothers, Bombay, so we have head office in Bombay and we have branch at Nagpur. Understood? They send goods at cost. In our problem solving steps, first step, identify head office and branch. Here head office Buckingham Brothers, Bombay, branch Nagpur. Second step is what? Identify at what price the head office sending goods to branch. So at cost price. At cost price to their branch at Nagpur. Okay. However, direct purchases are also made by the branch for which payments are made at head office. That means what is happening here? That third step is what? We have to identify whether the branch has authority to purchase goods directly or not. Yes, branch has authority to purchase the goods. But who is making payments? Branch, sorry, head office only. Who is making all the payments for direct purchases made by branch? Head office. Okay. Right. All the daily collections are transferred from the branch to the head office. So amount collected, that is transferred to head office. Fine. From the following, prepare Nagpur branch account. What is the requirement? Only this branch account. You may ask a doubt. Sir, we have three methods. Debtors method, stock and debtors method, final accounts method. How can we identify the method? That depends on requirement of the problem. In this problem, what is the requirement? Just they are asking prepare branch account. Under debtors method only we prepare branch account. Under stock and debtors method we prepare various accounts. Under final accounts method we prepare, they will give you the requirement, prepare trading and profit and loss account of branch. So based on the requirement, we identify which method to follow. I hope this concept is clear. Right. Next, in the problem, if they have given wholesale price, then we have to apply wholesale price method. Right. So in the books of head office, whose books? Head office books, by debtors method. Here specifically they have given debtors method. Now look at the information. So what is the next step in solving the problem? Identify the opening balances of assets as well as liabilities. Look at opening balances 1/1/2021. Opening balances, what we have? Impressed cash we have, debtors we have, next stock transferred from head office and direct purchases. These are opening balances. See, stock, head office is sending stock to branch, at the same time branch is directly purchasing. That's why what is the total stock held by branch? 24,000 plus 16, 40,000 rupees stock. Now identify any liabilities. I hope there are no liabilities. Clear, everybody? Next step is what? Identify the amount of goods sent by the branch. Look at, so here one by one information. Cash sales, who sold? Branch. Credit sales, who sold? Branch. Tell me what is total sales? 45 plus 30, 1,75,000 total sales made by the branch. So this is the amount we have to receive. Right. Next, direct purchases. So branch made direct purchase. Okay, but who has to pay amount? Head office. Next, returns from customers. These are not returns from branch. Generally customers returns goods to the branch. Do remember, generally customers returns goods to branch. So that this 3,000 we should not consider as goods returned by branch. I hope you understood. These are the returns from customers. Customers returns goods to whom? Branch, not to the head office. In rare cases, customers may return goods to head office. In that case, they will clearly mention this fact. I hope you understood this. So that in our branch account, we should not write this. Next, goods sent to branch from head office. We sent 60,000 worth of goods. Next, transfer from head office for petty cash expenses, 4,000 rupees. We have sent 4,000 rupees expenses for petty cash. Fine. We are not paying expenses, but we sent 4,000 rupees cash to the branch for payment of petty expenses. Fine. Bad debts. When bad debts arises, when we sell goods on credit, then only bad debts arises. Here our branch sold goods on credit, so that 1,000 rupees bad debts happened. Right. If you observe in our transactions, which we have discussed in the previous class, there you cannot find the word bad debts. So that for bad debts we will not record any entry. Next, discount to customers. This discount to customers also, as a head office, we will not record any entry. Next, remittances to head office. By whom? Branch. Look at, received by head office 1,65,000. How much amount received by head office? 1,65,000, and not received by head office so far 5,000. 1,65,000 rupees branch sent to head office also received. What is the entry? Cash or bank account debit to branch account. Now remaining 5,000 rupees branch sent, but head office not received. So in that case, it is not possible to record the entry cash or bank account debit to branch. In that case, what is the entry we record? In the place of cash. Now where is this cash? Cash in transit. We'll write cash in transit account debit to branch account. So that means what is the total amount remitted by branch to head office? 1,70,000. But out of 1,70,000, 1,65,000 we received. Remaining 5,000 in transit. Next, Branch expenses directly paid by head office. See here, already 4,000 rupees we are sending to branch. Okay, but this is for petty expenses. What about this 30,000 rupees? What about this 30,000 rupees? These 30,000 rupees is the amount which is directly paid by branch to the expenses. Okay. Next, closing balances. Closing balances 31st 12 2021. Closing balances. Look at how much stock we have out of direct purchases 10,000, out of head office transfer 15,000. Total stock available 25,000. Right? Okay, fine. Next, debtors, they have not given this information. See, debtors means, yeah, we sold goods on credit, so that debtors erases. Next, impressed cash. See, even you paid for petty cash, that cash also belongs to head office, so we have to identify that petty cash also our asset. Next, impressed cash. Next, petty cash expenses. Till this, this is what closing balances. What about this information? Petty cash expenses. See, donation problems or in any practice problems also, some information we can directly take it to the answer, but some information we need to calculate, and this calculation should be in the form of working note. To do this working note, they give you information in the problem. That's it. I hope you understood. Right. Now, which account we prepare? First, branch account. Write down. Heading, write down. I am ready with the format. Now look at. First, we should write the opening balances. So, to opening balances of assets. So, what are the opening balances we have? Tell me. Impressed cash we have, sundry debtors we have, and stock. Fine. Impressed cash. How much? 2,000. Next, sundry debtors we have 25,000. 25,000. Next, stock we have 24,000 plus 16,000. 24 plus 16 only? Yes. So total 40,000. That's it. Opening assets we have written, but opening liabilities we don't have. Next, look at what's the next information. Cash sales and credit sales. For goods sold by branch, we will not record any entry. That's why for this we are not recording any entry, but this information is useful somewhere else. We'll see. Next, direct purchases made by branch and returns from customers also will not take it into account. Next, goods sent to branch from head office. So what is the entry for goods sent to branch from head office? Branch account to debit to goods sent to goods sent to branch. Goods sent to branch. How much worth of goods we sent? 60,000 rupees we sent. 60,000. Now goods are purchased by the branch directly. What is the entry? Branch account to debit to creditors account. Branch account to debit to creditors account. Who purchased goods? Branch. So branch account to debit. Now these goods, they have not given that whether we paid cash or not. Okay, but cash is paid by the head office. So we assume these are for credit. Okay, direct purchases. For direct purchases. How much? 45,000. That's it. Goods sent by head office, goods purchased by branch. What is the next one? Goods returned to head office. Here if you observe, goods are returned by customers. So goods not returned by the branch, right? Okay, fine. Now next one is what? Next one, yeah, we sent expenses paid by head office or amount sent towards petty expenses. Now tell me, what is the entry for that? What is the entry? To cash account, petty expenses, how much amount we sent? 4,000. Next, in the bracket we mention this petty expenses, and we have paid some amount towards 30,000 rupees for branch expenses. Yes or no? These two are two different transactions. Petty expenses 4,000, direct 4,000 we have given cash, and 30,000 rupees expenses. I hope you understood this. Next one is what? Cash remitted by head office. Goods not returned, so that cash remitted by head office. So how much cash remitted by head office? Look at. See, regarding these bad debts, for bad debts and discount to customers, we will not record any entry in head office books, because in our transaction, we don't have this transaction. Yes or no? Yes. So next one is what? Cash remitted by head office. Cash remitted by head office. What is the entry? Cash or bank account to debit to branch account. Okay, branch account is credit here by cash account or by bank account. Simply we'll write bank account. Bank account. How much cash received? Cash received 1,65,000. Cash in transit 5,000. Yes or no? So total 1,70,000. So in the brackets you can mention cash remitted by head office. Sorry, by branch. Yes or no? Cash received 1,65,000. Cash in transit 5,000. Total how much? 1,70,000. Direct purchase 10,000, and out of transfer from head office 15. Total 25,000. So 10,000 plus 15,000. 10,000 plus 15,000. Total 25,000. 25,000. Next, debtors. Debtors, we don't know how much debtors. Next, impressed cash. Impressed cash, that means petty cash. How much is petty cash? That also we don't know. So here we should calculate. And what about petty cash expenses? Petty cash expenses paid by whom? Branch. So in the head office books there is no entry for that. I hope you understood. Now look at. Now tell me, how do we calculate debtors and impressed cash? For that we should do working note. Yes. So generally to calculate, we need closing balance of debtors, at the same time closing balance of impressed cash. For that, what do we do? Look at working note. We do prepare one working note. Working note. So you can prepare simply debtors account, but this is just memorandum debtors accounts. This is not original debtors account. This is just memorandum debtors account to calculate this information, right? Now look at how do we prepare. You know how to prepare debtors accounts, yes or no? Now look at tell me, opening balance. How much of opening balance we have? Two balance brought down. Look at how much here, 25,000. 25,000 opening balance. Okay, now how much of goods you sold? Credit sales 1,35,000 given in the problem. 1,30,000. Look at how much, 1,30,000 given in the problem. Okay, fine, 1,30,000. Now out of some debtors became bad debts. How much? 1000. For some people we have given discount, so discount allowed 2000 rupees. Okay, now after bad debts and discount allowed, we have some sales returns. Yes or no? Sales returns. How much sales returns? 3000. Goods returned by customers. Now, after this, we may write by cash collection from debtors. Collection from debtors. If you write collection from debtors finally, then what do you get? So this account shows some balance. That balance is nothing but the amount due from debtors. But here the problem comes, how much of cash collected from debtors? Yes or no? For that we have a simple technique, cash collected from debtors. Look at, who will collect cash from debtors? Branch. Okay. How much branch sent amount or remitted amount to head office? Can you tell me? Total amount remitted 1,65,000 plus 5,000 in transit. This is the total amount remitted by head office, by branch, minus out of that deduct cash sales. Deduct cash sales. What is the remaining? 1,25,000. See, total cash remitted by branch is how much? 1,70,000. Where do branch gets this amount? Cash sales 45,000 plus remaining amount is nothing but amount collected from debtors. Yes. So what is the amount collected from debtors? 1,25,000. That's it. Over. Simple calculation. Now balance this account. 25,000 plus 1,35,000. 1,55,000 minus 1,000, 2,000, 3 plus 3, 6,000 plus 1 lakh, 6,000 plus 1,25,000, 1,31,000, 1,31,000 minus 1,55,000, 1,31,000 minus 1,55,000. How much? 24,000. And this is the amount of debtors outstanding at the end of the year. Now write down the same here. Debtors 24,000. That's it. That's it. 24,000. Now what about impressed cash? How do you calculate impressed cash? By preparing impressed cash account. Simple. So how do we prepare here? Now look at. So for that we'll prepare working note 2. Impressed cash account. Impressed cash. This is also memorandum. Memorandum impressed cash account. Okay, prepare. These are just working notes. Now to balance B by D. What is the opening balance in impressed cash? 2,000 opening balance. During the year we sent another 5,000. So to cash, 4,000 we sent. Out total cash available with the branch for petty expenses 6,000. Out of that branch paid petty expenses how much? 4,000 rupees paid. So balance this account simply by balance C by D 2,000. That's it, students. That's it. Now substitute this 2,000 rupees in the account. Yeah, 2,000. That's it. All the details we have recorded in the account. Now at the end, balance this. Balance this. Look at total credit. 1,70,000 plus 25,000 plus 24,000 plus 2,000. 2,21,000 total credit. 2,21,000. Now debit side total 2,000, 25,000, 40,000, 60,000, 45,000, 4,000, 30,000. 2,06,000. 2,06,000 minus 2,21,000, 15,000. So credit side is more by 15,000. This we transfer to general profit and loss account. Can you tell me the entry for this? Branch account debit to general P&L account. So total 2,21,000. That's it, students. Our profit is 15,000 rupees. That's it. This is how we solve the problem under debtors method. Under debtors method, do remember only we prepare branch account. And while we are preparing this branch account, we are ignoring some data from this account. What is the data you observed? Sales we have not written, bad debts we have not written, goods written by customers ignored. Next, the discount allowed to customers ignored. Most of the data we ignored. Yes or no? That means main data we have taken. Other details we simply ignored from this account. Okay, so this method has some limitations. What are those limitations? We try to understand in the next video. I hope you understood this problem. We meet again in the next video. Till then, bye bye students.